Hello, this is Michaela Bauer doing the screencast for assignment 6, distributed systems using gRPC. For this assignment, I created a distributed system using gRPC. There are lots of different services that are built into it. The server runs on a node and can be accessed by a client. The services that are included are the echo and the joke service, which were both already implemented, the converter and library, which were there but not fleshed out, which I fleshed out, and then the custom service that I created, which is the movie night service. They are listed here in the README. I named it assignments README because there was already a README document in here. And in this README, it kind of breaks down what they do, shows you how to run the program over here. It also tells you there's a bunch of different options, like available services, and this will break down what exactly each of them do. And then this talks about the requirements that I filled. There's persistence in the system here. You can see it in here in the library and in the movie night data. Both of those show persistence through the system. So I'm going to go ahead and run the server here. So on the right side here, we're going to run our server through the run node. I'll take a second to load up. And then on this side, this is going to be our client. I included the console equal plane because it makes it a lot easier to read, which is good for users. This takes a second here. Alrighty. So you can see, I'll go ahead and walk you through the convert units. So I'm going to convert 10 kilometers to miles. And you can see you get 6.21 back. There's also a lot of like error checking in here as well. So if I was trying to convert like 10 kilometers to pounds, you get an error message and it just says try again, to pound. Units don't match, cannot convert. You can also, it will also, if you try to convert between the same unit, you'll get another message being like, Y. Kilometer to kilometer. You can see same unit, no conversion needed. That's the converter, pretty easy. Like I said, there's lots of different like error checking. So for the library service, you can list out all the books. You can see that they are all listed here. It's got the title, the author, the ISBN, if it's borrowed, who it's borrowed by. Down here, you can see that the Hobbit has been checked out by me, so it has been borrowed by Michaela. You can search for books. I believe it's by ISBN, so just give me 1 second to copy this, just because I'm definitely not going to remember that. So I can search for books. Oh, no, I can search for a title or author. So I can look for Moby Dick, and it'll pull up all the information on Moby Dick. It's borrowing books that you need the ISBN. So if I was going to borrow the book, I need the ISBN. I'll just paste that one. I will say this is being borrowed by Steve. It has been borrowed successfully. So now when I list the books, you will see here that Moby Dick has been borrowed by Steve. You can also return the book, ISBN. So again, I'll use that same ISBN and then return successfully. And then when I list the books, you will see that Moby Dick is no longer being borrowed by Steve. So that was the library. That was all the things you can do with that. So for the movie service, which was the custom service that I implemented, 1 second. Yeah, okay, so I just need to remember the exact flow. So I'm going to list the movies that we have in our queue. There's a couple of different filters. You can either do by title or who is suggested by. I'm just going to leave it blank so it'll list all of them. You can see that there are a couple in here: Inception, Beauty and the Beast, The Martian, Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary. Steve's here again. You can also add a movie. So if there's a suggestion that you wanted, so let's say, what's a movie? Let's say Barbie, just because that's easy. And I'll say that I suggested it. That's how I saw her name. Alright, and then when I list movies again, you will see that there is now, again, just going to leave it blank. You can see that it is Barbie. Just to show that it does work, if I do list movies and I filter my name, so I can do by Michaela, it'll show you all the things that I've suggested. So I've got Inception, Beauty and the Beast, and Barbie in there. I can also vote for a movie. So if I wanted to say, let's vote for Barbie, say I really want to watch the Barbie movie. Vote added successfully. When I list the movies again, it'll see, again, I'm just going to leave it blank. You can see that Barbie has 1 vote now. yeah, so those are all the services that are included. That was the breakdown from it. You can also quit gracefully from the server here, which is nice. And I'll just end the server over here. Thank you so much.